to be the best I can. I shifted to the right, shifted to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. I got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday.
Gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of What a Horse. I got Jerry Williams with me. He's walking on cloud nine.
Yes, I am.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just checking to make sure. I don't want you to don't stumble and fall. We can't stand no lawsuit.
That's right.
Not here. All right, do your thing and we'll get started.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Hi, it's your friend Abby at Jim Armstrong Subaru. Just wanted you to know KBB voted Subaru Best Overall and Most Trusted Brand once again. ACSI also named Subaru #1 in vehicle safety, and JD Powers also named Subaru #1 in brand loyalty. Last but not least, they're #1 in my book too. So come see me and your other friends at Jim Armstrong Subaru and see what being #1 is all about.
Two-time world champion and world grand champion Joe Paul is now standing at stud during the 2023 breeding season at Precious Memory Farm for $750. Contact Daniel Miller, 931-703-5830, or Shane Porterfield, 615-809-4257. Joe Paul is now standing at stud at Precious Memory Farm.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
Becoming the horse of choice when selecting a great ride for the family. If you're looking for a smooth, easy ride on the trail that will take you through hills and streams or an obstacle course competition, the versatility of the Tennessee walking horse will stand out by showing its willingness to learn and its smooth, easy, steady gait through the course. If it's a competitive show horse you're looking for, the Tennessee walking horse is the perfect family horse by young and old. Whether it's flat shot or padded performance classes for an amateur adult or youth, a walking horse is the horse of choice. The Tennessee walking horse is perfect for every equestrian division. Also remember one simple truth.
If you ride one today,
you'll own one tomorrow. That's a fact.
Alrighty, we got some shows coming up this weekend. Central High School's tennis team will have a show May 19th. That's Friday night. They're going to have it in Belfast. Contact Allison Smith, 931-607-2680. Start time is 5 p.m. and Jerry Collier will mark the cards. Alabama Ladies Auxiliary is May the 20th, Saturday in Baileyton, Alabama. Contact Joan Kemp, 205-566-6090. Start time's 5 p.m. Ryan Gannon will mark the judges' cards. Then we got the fun show going to be in the big arena.
Yep.
Good thing. Contact Connie at 931-684-5911 time. Start time is 6 p.m. The judges are Chris Bobo, Nathan Clark, and Chris Zan. We're going to have some good shows this month.
Oh, yeah, we're going to have some good shows.
We had a good show this weekend,
We did have a good show, real good show.
There's one thing everybody needs to know, which me and you done talked about this. Judge Howell has given the USDA 120 days, that was from May 12th, to either issue the new rulemaking, which is currently under review, or properly go through the process to formally withdraw the 2017 rule, which is the one that the USDA will love to see them enact. They don't take one of those actions, withdraw it or change it, then the 2017 rule will be implemented. And I don't know. It's just I don't know how to express my feelings towards this, because there's so many things that we could do if we would do it, and we're just not. We react to things, but we don't get out in front of them. Sometimes you've got to attack the issue, because right now that only gives us, when this show airs, 115 days, which means probably that's going to end the first week of September, which the celebration is right before that. So I'm thinking that we may get blasted right during the celebration, which will just cause a lot of problems, according to which way it flops.
Yeah, you're right.
So, what do you think? You're a trainer.
It's rough. I just
rough.
tell you, that's the biggest thing that I have to say. I just hope we can come up with some kind of compromise or something, to make everything works and be happy for both sides, the horse industry and the USDA.
Well, the USDA and the industry is the only ones I worry about. The Humane Society go jump off a bridge somewhere.
Yes.
They're so out in left field that it doesn't matter. No matter what we do, we're always wrong. But one sentence in this is in what was posted on the report. The National Academic Science testing and research that was done, one of the things they brought up was the qualifications of those conducting inspections and the SCAR rule. That's our biggest problem. Is RDQPs have been around horses. They know how they act. I talked to a trainer this morning, and he said, Jerry, I can grab a horse's foot and tail if he's moving because of pain, or if he's just moving to move. And he said anybody can that's been around a horse, and that's true. But some of the qualifications of the people that are coming in here to inspect horses that don't know that much about horse. Now, I do have a major problem with that, and all you got to do is video them inspecting a horse for a while, and you can pick out the ones that know what they're doing and the ones that don't. I've seen inspectors there that put that hand on a horse and scared the death of them, afraid to get close to him. That horse moves a little bit, and I've seen it. We videoed it at the celebration, during the celebration, and then say that horse is unruly, you can't show. I've seen them attempt to pick up a foot, and have to get someone to help them get the foot up because they can't. We've seen all of this, and as hard as the trainers work, as hard as you work, I mean, if y'all want to do this for a while, let them come out to Jerry Williams' barn some morning and see what takes place before you ever ride a horse.
Yes.
I mean, they're in there feeding, they're watering, they're cleaning stalls, and then the work starts. So for a couple of hours, they're cleaning stalls, bending over, breaking their back. Then they get to ride a horse.
Yeah. My biggest thing is this. I wish everybody would come together, USDA, the trainers, the whatever, and come together, all the USDA. Not because when you go to shows, you have one group of USDA checking this way, one group checking this way. Put them all under one roof and have one kind of big clinic and figure out what's going on.
The ones that can and the ones that can't.
Yeah, and what I'm saying is the ones that everybody griping about, have them there with everybody, with all the USDA at one time. and have a clinic and bring horses and discuss what they see, what they're looking for, and everything else. And that'll put everybody on the same playing field, because what happened is you have USDA be at one show and they check one way, and then you go to the very next show the next night and they check different.
Well, it's according to who's there.
And that's what I'm saying. But if you put them all under one roof, and then they can kind of discuss, and then they can kind of go back and forth and show everybody.
They will still disagree, Jerry. I'm going to tell you why. They had second opinion. And even Baker and Sutherland, they couldn't agree sometimes. So they quit the second opinion.
Yeah.
That way, now you don't have a second opinion, so it's whatever they decide. So you look at whichever DQ or VMO shows up, and the prime example was Kentucky versus Parker's Crossroads.
Yes.
Parker's Crossroads didn't even have 100 horses, but had more violations than they did up in Kentucky with 185.
Yes.
And it had to do with which VMO was checking.
Which VMO was.
It's like I said last week, if you got a VMO that's a problem, it's kind of like a kid in school. If you don't have a disruptive class until this kid shows up, then you pretty much know what your problem is. And that's what they got to look at. I wish that this industry would look at where we're at right now, and our back's against the wall because something's going to flop one way or the other. Go ahead and file the SCAR rule. To me, and I keep harping on it because I believe in it so much, we know that in 2016, they took 29 horses out to Rising Star Ranch, had biopsies done and everything, and out of 29 horses that were given SCAR violations at the celebration, 58 biopsies came back negative. That means 29 horses were disqualified that should not have been disqualified because of the incompetence of the USDA inspectors.
Yes.
Now, some of them inspectors are no longer there, I grant you that.
But that's why I'm saying they need to do that now. They need to do something now with the ones that's involved in it right here today and try to figure out
what's going on
and have everybody. You do it at the celebration grounds where it can hold everybody that won't be involved from Kentucky to Louisiana to wherever meets there. That's and try to have some kind of meeting or whatever.
Well, I'd love to see even all the DQPs from every HIO out here. I'd like to see all of them get together to where they are closer together, because we have a divide between DQP different groups right now.
And have only one person speaks for a group instead of everybody trying to speak,
yeah.
Because you won't never get in that conference when everybody go to speaking. You have one person, to speak for that group or whatever.
I found out a long time ago, Jerry, if you get 7 or 8 people, it's going to be hard to get all of them to agree.
Yeah.
But if you think that you're right and you believe you're right, then commit yourself and do it. I've done it before. I've done it in the past. Do I always succeed? No. But just like equine education, I talked to several different people about doing it. And we'll never get the kids. We'll never get this. We'll never get that. But once there was over 200 kids committed to coming, then people said, hey, this could work.
Yes.
Then they start helping. Someone always has to take the first step.
You're right.
To get something done. And right now, I honestly believe the first step that we need to take is file the lawsuit and put everybody else, including the Humane Society of the United States, because they can't bring proof in on the scars. They can't show proof that a 6-ounce action device harms a horse. They can't show proof that the pads harm a horse. All they can do is stand up there, give money to the government, and run their mouth. They cannot show evidence, and it takes evidence. Just like when Clance Say took that horse around to everybody. I know I spent 2 years in court with that guy. He took that horse around to everybody, showing how its feet was messed up. However, Cat Dye had that horse at the Black Anvil. We videoed his feet, looked at him. Wasn't nothing wrong with his feet. Cat Dye said, Jerry said, there's nothing wrong with that horse's feet. I videoed him. And then we find out after Clint dies that he did it. He did it to the horse. He messed the horse and then took pictures of it. So that's what we deal with. We deal with people that can't get honest information, so they create it.
Well, the biggest thing in this, to me, and this is me talking, you know, in this walking horse, everybody need to come together. Put your differences aside or whatever and come as one to try to help solve to save the horse. And, you know, and that's what it all boils down to, this horse and the people that depend on this horse to make a living for their family.
Well, there's a bunch of them. But I look at everybody, though. I look at the people in, like the tack shop. You got Winter Circle, you got Bedford Tack, then you got your blacksmiths, the farriers. That's a heartbreaking job, and I mean, back-breaking, heartbreaking, you name it. But the owners, they spend a lot of money because they want to have a good time. Trainers try to get their horses ready, and they say they're ready. I do not believe, in all honesty, that any man, any trainer, man or woman, brings a horse up for inspection with a DQP there or with a government there that they don't believe can pass.
Oh, you are right.
And I can't help but feel that way.
Especially at this time of day right now, and they know that the government going to be there.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But
yeah,
I mean,
we was lucky this weekend. They didn't show up. But we didn't have a lot of horses show up either. So that was, the trainers that didn't bring horses to this show, they just missed it.
I tell you, it was a well-judged show, and I really enjoyed that show and the classes that they had. And they had a lot of judges that they got the judge that you have never seen judge before, and they done a terrific job.
They surprised people too.
They done a terrific job.
I heard people talking about that. They said, you know, I don't know about this format, but it's pretty good. Said these guys are judging, and I think it was a competition on who could tie the best class.
That's right.
Because I mean, and there were some classes that was tight.
Yeah.
Emma Black was in one. That was a close class. Emma got reserved, the other horse got first. I mean, you couldn't fault it.
Yes.
And there was others to where you just looked at it and you said, hey, this the only one that we didn't have any entries because he just wouldn't come through the gate. That was a stick horse. He wasn't having no part of it. His horse, but his stick horse backed up every time he went towards the gate, and his mama was begging him. I mean, she was begging him to go in there. He wasn't having no part of it. He wasn't having it. And then Wilder Way and Allie Joe both won $100. Those are tight kids.
Oh yeah.
They would not. I tried to float alone. They wouldn't even talk to me. Allie Joe just sat there and looked at me and shook her head no. And then I found out that she wouldn't stuck it in the bank like her daddy does. But Wilder, he wouldn't even talk. He's looking at me like, are you nuts? I got this $100. You think I'm giving you some of it? It ain't going to happen. But I think the kids had a fantastic time.
They did have a good job. They had a good time.
You know?
They had a good time.
Oh, Maddox, I know, he about fell out.
Yeah.
He was 12 pieces. But I'm going to tell you, I talked to a little lady that gave the money away, and I told her, I said, now you know that if you ever give $500 away again, your grandmother's going to have you. All right, we're going to go and look at some video from the Cumberland and the Spring Extravaganza together. We've got them victory passes one right after another where we can show some good. This is The Way I Am in Tina Moss for Shane Porterfield, your amateur 15-2 and under winner. That was in Cookeville, Tennessee.
Yes. That's a good place to have a horse show at, too. It's a real nice place.
I wouldn't mind having a equine education up there.
It's a good central spot for people to come from all over the place to come.
Right there's Dorale. Now, this is no longer Jeremy Jensen. It is Jeremy Williams now. Our specialty Ryder Cup. Virginia was tickled with that.
That's a real nice horse. That's a real nice horse there.
Jeremy did a good job.
Yeah, he did.
In Virginia, she was, her and I was talking while she was watching. She said she enjoyed that. Right here's Cole Hahn and Allie Joe Jacobs, your 11 under winner. Now, this was at the Extravaganza. You know, Carol Missile and I put on a good show.
They did put on a good show over there.
they was worried about having the same problem I did, but Jacob's, Jake down his crew, Travis and them guys, they had the Lynchburg grounds in perfect condition, all except where you park.
That's the only thing
they put nothing they could do about that.
But Jake does a real good job on them rings now.
No, he does. I heard one guy say that was the best he'd ever seen that ring. Said
down Lynchburg,
Mike Wilhelm
I
said
seen a
he
picture
did.
of it, and that's the best I ever seen that ring.
Right here, I am big enough, and Maxine Beasley for Beth Beasley, your youth pony winner. I tell you what, them girls they can both. Maxine and Beasley both. Now they can flat ride.
Now you talking about raised up in this industry right here.
Every time I look at these kids now that about ready to start driving cars, I can remember when they was in lead line.
That's right.
Right here was a good horse. Courtney was on a real good one.
Errol Smith. That's a
2-year-old stallion winner.
That's a real good horse right there.
But now, let's be honest. Courtney can ride.
Courtney can ride. Now I'm gonna tell you, she's an excellent rider. Now she can ride. I always tell Kevin she outride him all the time.
Well, these women, I'm gonna tell you, these women get with it more than the men now. They do.
She loves that riding now.
And right there's Allie Joe. I think her winning that $100 thrilled her more than anything.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, you give them kids something to look forward to and something, you know.
Well, I believe some other people are putting in different things in their shows for the kids, because we need the kids to come. And I got a message from one of the trainers that said the kids said it made them feel like they were in the spotlight. And it did. Slim and Hot and Robert Dortch.
That's another
amateur
good horse.
3-year-old stallion.
Oh, Robert, he really can ride them horses real good.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
he finds those good ones.
Yeah.
He doesn't mess around. Yeah, right here, Georgia, Florida line. He's becoming one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He's consistent now.
Yeah, he is. You take him out, and right here is what you get. He's just he's a perfect type of horse for a trainer or an amateur.
Yep, you're exactly right on that.
And right here is walking Mr. Charlie, Jimmy McConnell for Terry and Lisa Smith. Those are real nice people.
Yes.
That's a nice horse right there.
Nice
Pretty horse. Pretty good size horse too. All right. Now we got a couple of victory passes from up in Knoxville, or no, Kentucky. From Kentucky. They had a good show up there.
Yes.
They had 185 horses. We didn't attend, but my good buddy, Bob Roach, he sent me some. So we're going to take a look at those. Coco Chanel. Right there she is. Now this one was done by a gentleman and given to the young man's father.
Yeah.
And they sent this one down. This done with a cell phone. It's Coco Chanel and Braxton Alshire.
Mm-hmm. That's Keith's son. Braxton does a good job, man. I tell you, he's a nice young little man too. His dad was a real nice guy.
And right here is I'm Tom Thumb and Jimmy Bumgardner.
That's a nice
Laurie
horse.
Quinn. That is a nice horse.
Yeah.
Real nice horse. Can't beat that.
Yeah.
He said he was real proud of that, and I can understand why.
Yeah,
That's a good horse.
That's a good horse. That's a nice horse there.
Good horse. Real good. I'm just glad to get video from around here.
Oh, yeah.
I think Charlie took that one. All right. Well, I guess it's time for you to do your deal now.
Well, we'll be right back after these messages.
Same bloodline, same mother, same father, and here he is. Now, this is offspring. Now, Hero is standing at stud at Jerry Williams' stable.
Yes, I'm gonna tell you, that's a real nice horse. That horse had an injury happen to him in the stall when he was young. But now, I tell you, got a lot of talent. That Hero horse does. He's a real nice horse.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, I have a big passion for the Tennessee walking horse, but I also have another passion, and that's for communication systems and saving my customers money. And we've done automobile dealerships, shoe stores, law offices, dentist offices, even the Breeders Association. I have installed systems from California to New York to Florida, and now for a limited time, I am giving 3 months free service to everybody that signs up for Host My Calls, and there will be no installation charge. Call me today, 931-581-4411, and see if I can save you money on your communications.
What does Habitat for Humanity build?
Hope. Opportunity. Joy and togetherness. Growth and transformation. Strength and stability. Community. Home.
Hey everybody, I'm Garth Brooks.
And I'm Trisha Yearwood.
And nothing illustrates the beauty of what we can build together like Habitat for Humanity. A safe, decent, affordable place to call home is a canvas full of possibility.
In our work with Habitat, we've seen what's possible. Financial stability, peace of mind, room to grow and play, better health, brighter futures.
In your community and around the world right now, neighbors are helping neighbors build masterpieces of their own.
Visit Habitat.org to learn more and get involved today.
You know, my friends think I know everything there is to know about the walking horse industry. And I do know a lot, but not everything. I do know one thing, though. My father told me I could find out anything I needed to know about this industry by going to walkinghorsereport.com. And you know what? He was right. Everything from single night shows to multi-night shows, sibling and progeny searches, Ryder Cup standings, stallion reports. They even have a calendar of shows for the entire year and all the current news. It's all right there at the tip of my fingers when I go to walkinghorsereport.com. You know, they could do it themselves, but I don't think I'm going to tell them. Let's just keep them wondering how I know so much.
All right.
Yes.
We ready?
Yes, we're ready.
Well, I've got to turn this off. We got some more good video because we got some from this weekend, which is real good. Let's go to part 1, which should be first time showing. And what we did, we're not naming winners and all that. We just went in there and no victory passes. I just wanted them to see the kids. That's what I wanted them to see. Is who was in this class. We had 3 new ones. The first class, a little girl that she had never shown before, and that was a flat shot. We only have 1 horse in that.
I hope this class can pick up, even in the flat shot division and all. You know, this is a wonderful class for kids they never showed before.
Yeah, it is.
And they can go a whole year showing in this right here and kind of get their confidence built up.
Well, it would help.
And especially lesson horses, because these horses that's showing in these classes here is pretty much lesson horses and stuff like that. This to teach. You know, we just trying to get these horses in the ring where the kids can feel comfortable and everything and build their confidence up.
Well, Marcy, I believe she's having one for the cheerleaders down at Cascade.
Yes.
And I believe she said she was going to put one of these classes in there. So what I got to do is go get some people to put up some money and stick it in the envelope so we can have some more youth winners.
But I mean, these horses, you know, it's about the kids, giving the kids a chance to get in the ring.
Yeah.
And riding that have never done this before.
Well, I can tell you, you can tell that horse right there. Look at them reins.
Yes.
So, you get the kids and you teach them. I hollered at Colt 2 or 3 times. Take a hold, take a hold. He was just having a good time.
He's having a good time, and I mean, but that's the whole biggest thing about this.
And here's your 2-year-old Baron Gildings Ryder Cup. This was a good class. This horse that won it, Dick Peoples, this is the first time Dick Peoples back in the show ring.
Yes.
But he was on a good one. This horse got a lot of potential, a whole lot of potential. Charlie in the Sky and Dick Peoples for Doug Squires.
I'm glad to see Dick back in the ring showing. And
I am too.
Dick is he's a legend in this business. He's been around for a long time. He taught me a lot.
Well, I talked to him quite a bit. I was glad to see him back in there. But this horse he was riding, there's a whole lot of talent there.
Yeah.
He is. I told him after the show, I said, you're going to win a bunch of classes on that one, buddy. Oh, that's one nice horse.
Yeah.
Pretty head, I thought. I know the video of theirs a little dark, but that's because you're going into the light.
Yes.
But you can still see how good that horse is. And just having Dick back in the ring, I think it's something good. I know when I talked to Doug, he said Dick was kind of nervous because he ain't showed in a while. He'll get over it.
But I mean, I tell you, this show was very well judged.
I did. I thought it was super good.
For people who didn't come and didn't get to see it, you know, that's what you missed out at.
And that's it.
You know, I just think it was.
Well, we had a lot of people there.
Yeah.
The barbecue man sold a bunch. And he had some real good brisket.
Yeah.
Ooh. I took 3 pounds of that home. Now here he is, Charlie in the Sky and Dick Peoples for Doug Squires. That is a good horse.
Yeah.
Look at the way he holds that head. I'm proud of Dick now, I'm going to tell you. Here's your Country Pleasure, 11 and under. First night out, and Allie Joe Jacobs took the blue in this one. Designer Champagne and Elena Arnold. And I'm Whitey Whitehead. I wonder where that name came from. Tell you what, Whitey was a legend.
Oh, yes, he was.
I believe he was the horse that was in the first time of the show. Whitey would get a kick out of that.
Oh, yeah.
He was, Whitey was something else.
And Whitey loved them kids, too. He loved the kids.
You remember when they had that thing during Celebration and them girls, this is when them girls was little, they painted Whitey up. He had makeup all over.
Oh, yeah.
They really did him in.
And now he's about them kids now. He loved kids.
Well, he loved them girls.
Yeah,
now.
he did. Well, when Candy was young, you know, he was right there with Candy. Candy was with him all the time. I never did meet Candy's mom up until she got way up in age.
Is that right?
That's all I knew. This Whitey and her. Every time you seen Whitey, Candy was with her.
Well, we have a lot of our kids that start off on flat shot, and then we have some. Allie Joe, she started off on padded and then went to flat shot.
Yeah.
And some of the women started off on padded and then went to flat shot.
But this is the start of everything is these kids right here.
They're no ugly dude. Boy, I'll tell you what, they ran me to death over there. I'll tell them that.
I tell you, that ringmaster was a pretty good. The gate man was a pretty good gate man.
Yeah. Jim Dodd. he didn't miss one.
He didn't miss a one.
There she is, first night out in Allie Joe Jacobs for Brad Gregory.
Good job there. Oh, Allie Joe, she's a nice little young lady.
Hey, she is something else now. She loves to show.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you now, you talking about someone was tickled. It tickled her winning that $100.
Mm-hmm.
All right, open specialty class.
Class number 6, Riders Cup Open Specialty will be judged tonight by Mr. Dean Five.
Mickey McCormick won this class on a good horse, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm telling you that. I'm Rick James. That's a good horse. Belongs to Lisa Baum. Camasta La Quinta, Nick Plapkin, Brenda Marmon. I'm Gunsmoke, Mike Overcast for LaRue McWaters, and Dylan Dirty. Dylan Dirty, I like that. Chuck Blanton finished out the ribbons.
It was a good class right here.
Hey, it could be some good horses in there. But you know, I was sitting there watching. I could just about tie.
Oh yeah.
With these judges, a couple of them, I could have gone either way, but you couldn't fault the one that was tied.
Yeah. I just say this show right here was about one of the best judge shows I've been to in a long time.
I thought so.
You know,
Totally.
and I mean, have a lot of horses there, but I mean, I tell you, it just looked like you could tell that they was tying horses.
Well, I think he was in competition who could tie the best class myself. You could pretty much tell just that I'd never met Vic before, but now Vic did a great job.
Yeah.
Get choked on your drink there, buddy?
Yeah.
And here's your youth ponies, a champ in Eli Cunningham. I'm gonna tell you what, he put on, people don't realize this. These kids out there by themselves, he was the only one in this class.
Yeah.
That's tough on them kids.
Because every eye's on you.
Everybody's watching. They're waiting to see what you're gonna do.
That's right.
But now Eli is a good jockey. Now he is, and loves to ride.
Yep, he does do that now. He loves to ride.
He gets it done. He definitely gets it done. A champion, Eli Cunningham. He's a good kid too.
Oh yeah.
Here's a Red Alert and Dan Waddell. I called Dan, thanked him for.
Dan came to show now, and brought some real talented horses.
Well, we got the wrong name on it, though, but that's all right. We'll fix that. That's Kim and George and Kim Lewis's horse there.
Okay.
That horse got a lot of talent.
He got a lot of talent.
A lot of talent. Pretty too.
Yep.
That's a pretty
horse, real pretty horse.
I kept looking at him when he was coming around there. Of course, Heidi was down there cheering for him. I said, he's in there by himself. All right, let me see where we're at. I have to check the sheet. Oh, you're gonna do your thing.
We'll be right back after these short messages.
How's that?
Can't believe you're doing this alone.
I've done it before.
I remember you threw your back out. How you holding up?
Hand me that board.
Nothing wrong with getting help.
I'm good.
I did it when Felicia left.
I'll figure it out.
I know you will, but you don't have to do it alone. That's all I'm saying.
If I promise to look into it, will you drop it and help me build this fence?
Now you need my help.
It can be a real pain sometimes, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
The Mona Dean family is proud to announce that the multi-time world champion and world grand champion minor ordeal is now available for breeding at Sugar Creek Breeding Facility for the 2023 spring breeding season. Minor Ordeal has proven year after year that he is one of the elite champions of all time, winning 5 World Grand Championships, 1 World Grand Championship, and the Reserve World Grand Championship as well.
Minor Ordeal, a major win here in the 2-year-old division, our World Grand Champion.
Make the call to breed to a true champion. Minor Ordeal, 931-680-0897.
Six-time world champion in amateur and open competition, 4 times amateur world grand champion, and 2019 world grand champion. Standing at stud for Joanne Dow at Fantasy Farms in Bell Buckle, Tennessee. Call 931-389-6983 for breeding information.
An estimated 11 million Americans have heart valve disease, but most of us know little to nothing about it. People can be born with valve problems, or they can develop from cardiovascular disease, infections, certain cancer treatments, and age, with older adults at the highest risk. If diagnosed early, it can usually be successfully treated, no matter what your age. Valve disease can cause a number of symptoms, including lightheadedness, irregular heartbeat, shortness of breath, tiredness, swelling of the ankles and feet, and not feeling like yourself in general. But is often only detected when your heart is listened to by a healthcare professional. So listen to your heart. See your healthcare professional. Discuss your risk factors and any potential symptoms. And go to valvediseaseday.org to learn more.
More of What a Horse coming up.
All right, now we're going to go back to the Yes Show. That's what I'm going to call it. Use equine support, buddy. That's what we're going to do. We're going to support the youth shows. That's it. Our first one we're going to support is something down there at the cheerleader show in Cascade. Yeah. That's one way we can jump in with both feet.
You're exactly right.
If it's for the kids, I'm for it 100%.
Me too. I am too. I do whatever for them kids.
If it's not, I'm gonna back up and think. Yeah. All right, let's go back to the show, and I believe this time we've got the Show Pleasure Ryder Cup. I tell you what, Jeremy was in there on a good horse.
Yeah,
he really was.
That's a real nice horse.
Got your back.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Williams won it from Mike Wilhelm.
Mike got that's a good horse Mike got.
Charlie's Time in Knox Blackburn was reserved for Jeff Rich. Watch the Line, Mickey McCormick for Branch and Gardner. And Shake Me Jose, Mike Overcast for LaRue McWaters finished out the ribbons. But I tell you what, Mike's got him a good one. We got your back now, no doubt about it. That is one nice horse.
Mike is another one that's in his industry that helps his industry a lot.
Yeah, he is.
He does a lot.
He helped out with our show for the youth.
Yeah.
Jeremy's doing a good job showing these horses now. He is. Good jockey. Wonder who taught him.
I better say his mama, because if I say me.
Well, his mama, somebody did, wasn't me. Okay.
I have to hear it if I didn't.
My wife asked my oldest son the other day, said, show me how to use this blower. And my grandson said, I'll show you. And Josh said, no, let me show him. So he was there and he started doing all this. He started cranking and it wouldn't crank. Marilyn said, ain't got no gas. And Hunter Tum said, yep, first step, got to put gas in it.
That's right. That's a good horse right there.
Got your back. And Jeremy Jensen from Mike Wilhelm, good horse. And here's Jose's Ritzy Hawk and Emma Black. This was the class that, in all honesty, I would have tied either one.
Yeah, you could tie either one, yeah.
You could have gone either way and you wouldn't have been wrong. Both of them looked good. But Emma made a great show.
She made a real good show. Emma made a good show.
I thought she did super.
Yeah. Emma made a good show.
Here's your 3-year-old stallions. This one, I could have gone either way too. I could have gone with I Am Savage, or I could have gone with Limestone. I Am Savage got the nod with Tanner Burks for Dr. Steve Powers, and Limestone and Dan Waddell for Kim Lewis was reserved. A Nighthawk, Jesse Martin, Shane Porterfield, and Candlestein Knox Blackburn for Greg Cass. Finished out the ribbon.
It was a nice class here too.
Yeah, it was. A real good class. We had several nice classes.
Yeah.
I would have rather had a lot of horses in every class.
Yeah.
But a lot of trainers missed out on some good money.
Yeah.
That's all I can tell them. There was one tried to talk me into going and getting someone else to enter the state class so there'd be more than one in there, and I said, I ain't gonna do it.
No?
I said, these brought horses, that's it.
That's right. That's the best way to do it. You done the right thing there. You know, that guy who showed the state class brought the state horse and nobody else didn't bring one, you know, hey.
He's willing to show against anybody showed up, nobody showed up.
So that's right, man. He got the money. So, I mean, that's the whole biggest, that's the thing. But that's what I can say about you, Jerry. You're very honest and all this stuff right here. And I mean,
thank you for that.
And
Limestone, Dan Waddell, reserve winner for Kim Lewis. I tell you what, she's got some good horses.
She got some good horses. But honesty will take you a long ways in this business.
All right, right here. I Am. Samantha did well.
Yes.
She really did. Made a great show.
Another one
on
of
this
Mike's
horse.
horses. It's a real nice horse.
Yep. Was it? I wish people realized how hard it is to be out there by yourself.
Yeah.
There's a good fellow right there.
Yep.
He's the mule man. No, Mike likes this horse.
Oh yeah, that's a nice horse.
All right, 4-year-old stallions. Now I'm gonna tell you, this one right here, Georgia High Honor and Knox Blackburn. You can't beat that.
No.
Now he made a great show. I called Bruce and I told him, I said, Bruce, I said, he called me, wanted to know about the video. I said, I got to look at it first. And because some of it, you know, you can tell the riders, but
yeah,
the way it is over there, I wish they'd drop something off that other end to block the sun out of it. That horse right there looked great.
As the sun went down, you could tell more of the riders and the horse a lot more. That's a good horse.
But Georgia, Florida, or I'm saying, started to say Georgia, Florida line again. Georgia High Honor.
Yeah.
Bruce loves Georgia.
Yeah.
But he lives in Tennessee. Rides in Tennessee Walmart. Right here this was the one that I was kind of tickled with. She's never been kissed in Kimberly Walden.
Yeah.
Perry, I felt so bad. Every time I see Perry, something's happened to him.
Oh yeah.
He's got a broke arm now, broke wrist. But she's never been kissed in Kimberly Walden took the blue. I'm Sloppy Joe. And Morgan Walden head was reserved in the Prime Sorcerer. Morgan Norris finished out the ribbon. But I told Perry, I said, Perry, every time I see you, something happens.
Yeah.
And he said, well, I broke my wrist this time.
I just tell you, I still enjoy seeing these different judges that have never seen judge before the show.
I thought they did real good. We had some out there that, you know, people just aren't calling them, like Vic.
Sid Baker.
Yeah, Sid Baker, he did great. I thought Callaway Dow did a good
that's
job.
What I said, he done a good job.
He could tell you why, when you'd asked him a question, he could point out why he did this and why he did that.
And that's all you can ask for a judge.
And, hey, but what I'm getting at is he didn't balk on anything. He straight to the point. This is this and this is that, which is a mark of a good judge.
You're exactly right.
That's a nice horse right there. Kimberly, you very seldom see her on one that's not, but I'm going to tell you something else about this lady. She's not above letting other people ride her horses, especially kids. And I believe she gets just as much out of watching a child win or a youth win as she does when she wins herself. Yeah. And that to me, that's good for the industry.
That is good for the industry.
Remind everybody, Friday night, Belfast, Tennessee. Saturday night is Baileyton, Alabama. 2 good shows this weekend, and then we're going to go into the Big Oval. I remember when the fun show was always in the Big Oval. And they've had some great ones in there.
I think Friday night they had in this first year the show class at that show. I believe so, at this Friday night at Belfast.
Belfast?
Uh-huh.
I hope so.
I think they
now,
have
I do. I hope they do.
They having that class there.
That's a good class.
Yes.
I know Marcy had said that she's going to put it in her show. Yeah. And I'd like to see other people do it.
I will too.
I'd love to see it at some of the celebration classes.
Yes.
Because that would be a class that would really, to me, draw kids from all over.
You know, it's just like they started the 5-year-old class.
Yeah.
Horses come out of 4-year-old into 5. They had a 5-year-old class. So I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. Kids coming from the lead line or whatever to that class, you know, to start showing in the first year.
Oh yeah. Well, while we're on it, I want to thank the trainers that brought horses. I appreciate it sincerely. I appreciate the judges that some of them were trainers. They gave up their time. Poor old Dick Peoples, we didn't draw his name a time. And he said, I come all dressed up. I said, you came to play. You showed a horse. But that, I appreciate the sponsors, Wayne Hart coming up with this idea, and we even has Chris Blevins came down from up towards Chattanooga, Dunlap, Tennessee. He was helping, he was one of them that put money in the pot. James Wilson put money in the pot. Marty Barr put money in the pot, and all this was for these kids to draw the money out. And I want to give a special thanks to Warren Wells, because people don't know this. We called them at the last minute, Friday. Thursday night, they tore that track up.
Yeah.
It was in chunks in there. But they jumped on it. Warren got them on it. They got in there, and they got that track ready for us to show. And people, I appreciate that. You just don't know. I appreciate it, and well, that's all I can say. I thank you for it, and
I really appreciate it too. You know,
hey, we had a good show because of it. Bailey Smokes did a good job, and their brisket was good.
Yep.
So I guess that about covers everything. Once you thank somebody, there ain't a whole lot more you can say.
That's about right. But they had 3 kids first time showing. Wilder,
4.
Macy.
There was one. Yeah, there was one little girl in the flat shot. That's the first time. Her mother is Nichols down at the bank.
Okay.
Y'all know her. Appreciate everybody. See everybody Friday night at the horse show. Might even see you Saturday at the horse show.
Yep,
You
that'll work.
might see you at both of them.
That's right.
See y'all next week. Appreciate it.
Working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shifted to the right, shifted to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. Got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Please start talking.